Hello and welcome to the channel. I am your witch for the evening and we will be continuing on our set review of Touhou. We did the demo deck and the trial deck last time, so please feel free to check that out. Today we're going to just be going through yellow, which is the first colour in the set, and includes some very interesting cards. To be honest, much like the rest of the set, to be fair. And probably a bit more biased for myself because Marissa with big witch hat. Please help a witch foil her fellow witch. Anyway, let's continue on. Starting off with the 0/0 Marissa. It's a double rare, and when it's placed on stage from hand, fill the top card of your deck. If it is an on-trait character, this turn this card gets 2k power. And pay 1, put the top card of your deck into clock. When this card is placed on stage from hand, pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for a level 1 or lower character. Show it to your opponent and add it to hand and shuffle your deck afterwards. If the card it sent to your clock was a climax, you then stock the top card of your deck, which is insane. There was a comment made where Bushy seemed to be doing this thing of here is something, here is your combo, here is your Ricky profile. But if you get screwed over by it a little bit, you mill additional climaxes or you clock a climax. Here you go. Have a benefit from it still. It usually tends to be like stocking one. The other example I have is the Aragiri card, level 1. On attack, you mill 3. If you hit a climax, you get a blind stock. Like, that's just insane to me. And this card warrants its price tag. It's an auto include purely for the Ricky effect alone, but having that additional effect greatly improves the card substantially. Like I said, price tag is warranted, but please feel free to help me get the SRs of this card. I can't afford the LNRs, but if you feel like being generous to a witch and making my dream come true, I would. I really want the SRs, so I'm still hunting. The next card we're going to look at is the 3/2 Mokuo? Mokuo. Moko. Moku. We're going to go Moku. On play, if you sorry, continuous. If you have 4 or more characters, this card gets -1 level in hand. On play, heal, then she gets 2k for the turn. When she becomes reversed in battle, if you have 2 or more other characters, fill the top card of your deck. If it's a character, return this card to hand. This reminded me of the early play from Oshi with the twins, except she needs to be reversed to get the potential bounce back. But this card is still so good. There is a card in red which can empty a board slot to allow you to play another one, and I'm just like, can we stop making early play so easy to play? And this card just being able to spam itself repeatedly, you don't need to cancel. She just needs to get reversed, and she sits 8/5 defensively. So yeah, this is another like auto include. If you're running the Rickies, you're running this because the Ricky is your yellow slash. Next and the last double rare in yellow, and quite possibly my favorite card, is the 3/2 Marissa. On play, you can perform the following effect twice: discard a character, draw a card, helps you dig for your climaxes. Pay 2, discard 2, send one of your other characters on stage to waiting room. When this card attacks, if you have the choice and you have 2 or more other characters, pay the cost. If you do, declare any number and deal that damage twice. Oh, we like this card. How many you out? 8. How many cards in deck? 10. Let's burn 10 twice. This card is so beautiful. I think I like this not just because of the big witch act, but because she reminds me of the Aragiri 3/2 choice finisher, which is burn X twice, where X equals your level. Very different cost. Note you will need to have an extra card in your back row. You can't just do 3 of this. You will need an extra card in the back row on your third attack to still be able to pay that cost. Because you would pay the cost. So when you're attacking, it searches that you have the condition, then you would pay the cost and you would still be able to resolve the effect. So just be wary of that because this next card, the level 0 Alice, return this card to your hand. When you play a choice climax, you look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose 2 of them, put any on top dock on top of the deck in any order, any into the waiting room, and choose one of your characters who gets a K. So you wouldn't be able to back row to Alice, but you could do one Alice to help you compensate for an extra card in your hand for the 3/2 Marissa. And she's a pay one, resist, top 3 brainstorm. I like this. It's very cute as well. The card has a brilliant marionette aesthetic, which I love. This is good in choice. It loses value outside of a deck that uses choice, to be honest, because of the bounce back. But it's still not a bad card. I think there's chances to use this in a choice standby build that I've seen floating around, so I would like to test this card in there. So definitely sets up some interesting plays. Carrying on, we have the 0/0 Kenny. When this card is placed on stage from hand, choose one of your opponent's back row characters whose level is higher than your opponent's level and it can't stand during the next stand phase. It's fine, it's like an anti standby card. But most standby cards probably do just stand in the stand phase anyway, and they're attacking with them, so yeah. But it is a discard one, send this to waiting room, choose a character and add it to hand. So this will be tacked in more for that effect, which we call the helmet effect. So this card is fine, it's maybe a 1 or 2 of. Gives me Alice in Wonderland vibes. I like it. I like the SR maybe more. But this card's fine. We're in a meta where standby is not really, I don't think, too much of a thing at the moment. I suppose if you look at the Japanese side of things, they have Hasu, they have Overlord. We don't have those, and we don't know if we're getting Overlord yet, so this card wouldn't necessarily see play yet. Level 0 Miko. Pull one card from hand to clock. When this card is placed on stage from hand, look at top X cards, add one, and send the rest to waiting room. X equals the number of other characters. Note, she can't be the first card you play because you wouldn't be able to even look at one. You would need at least one other character to get some value out of the clocking. And pay one drop on, choose a opponent's character and bounce it. Perfectly fine. Bouncers, I still think, have quite a bit of relevance in this meta. I don't know. Maybe your opponent's playing anti-Banchana. Maybe they're playing something that you have to side attack. Maybe they're playing Hololive and playing Luna. By all means, all these cards are a thing, and this card as a tech of one, just to get that extra clocking as well, isn't necessarily a bad thing. Level 0 Marissa. During your turn, if all your characters are on trait, this card gets 2k. At the start of the Encore step, if you have the choice, and this card is in the front row, and you have 6 or less hand, and you have another character, mill 2, then choose a level X or lower character in your waiting room and add it to hand. X equals the level of cards you milled. Really disappointing this doesn't work from the back row, like the Mickey and Idolmaster or Shana level 0 choice. It's a bit gutted. It would have opened up the deck for a lot of plays. But the card is still fine. I do think there's something that you could still use this with, because there are a lot of choice level 1 supplements you can put in as the plussing there. Just a shame that it doesn't work from the back row because you could have used a clean cut or all that sort of thing. So does dampen the value of the card a little bit, but if you want to make something with a level 0 combo, this card isn't horrendous. 1/0 Junko. When this card is placed on stage from hand, she gets 1/5. When a choice is placed in the climax area, look at the top card of your deck, put it on top or in the waiting room, and she gets, on attack, when she attacks, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's level 1 or higher, send it to stock. So this does work with the brainstorm. You can do the top check on this first. It's a level 0, bin it. Then you can use the brainstorm bounce back, check top 2, and then try and search a little bit deeper for extra stock. 2/1 how did I say I was going to say? Moku. All your characters gain a K when this card is placed on stage from hand. If you have 4 more others, choose a character sent to stock. Rest this, look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Put them back in any order. Sometimes you can't go wrong with having your top deck knowledge. In this case, I kind of don't see too much of the point. There isn't a lot of on attack reveal in this set, if any, to be honest. But yeah, it's fine. It's like, it's okay. It's a global 1K. Maybe standby. You can get the stock refund, but the level 3 wants 4 or more, so you're not gonna get it from there. It's an awkward card. It's fine, but it's awkward to play. Now, I like this card, the 3/2 Kaguya, on play heal, and at the end of this card's attack, if you have the wind, you have 6 or less hand and another character. Till the end of your opponent's turn, this gets the following 2 abilities. The card across from this gets -2 soul, and you can't take receive damage from auto effects. I think that's so funny. I hate it's on a wind, but I'm assuming it's flavorful, but I do really like it. I wish it could be played down early. That's my only gripe with this card. Maybe if she can go and stand by somewhere, perhaps. My only gripe is she can't come down early, but I do really like the effect it gets around and hexproof. I forgot the word then. Gets around hexproof because she gains the effect. If they flicker it, if they bounce it, you'll lose all those effects. But we're in a meta where burn damage is becoming so substantial. I remember I used to try and choose non-burn off finishers to try and use as well. So I think cards like this are fine. You'd have to add in a supplement of some sort of finisher, which is understandable because she doesn't have any burn abilities herself. So you just have to look somewhere else. But this card could potentially have a lot of building around it, like 8 wind. Who doesn't love a good 8 wind? Level 0 Patchouli? Patchouli. Discard a choice climax in your hand. Choose a choice climax in waiting room. Return it to hand. Climax swapper specifically for choice. Card is fine. Card only works in one deck though. It's a shame. I wish there was another generic climax swap in the set. But hey, we get what we're given. It's in a TD at least. Instead of buying the climax swap singly, you could just buy the TD and you'll get 2 anyway. So it's like, you get a bunch of other cards. C'est la vie. You do you. Level 0 Tiwi. During your turn, this card gets 1k. And when this card's battle opponent becomes first, choose one of your other characters, rest it, and move it to a back row empty slot. This is why it's gutting that the level 0 doesn't work in the back row, because you could have comboed with this and got a lot of early game generation. But advantage generation, sorry. This is still like kind of a good card because it's a 3k in your turn, and that's fine. You can forward your brainstormers. It can go in any deck. It's a half decent yellow splash, other than your Ricky and your climax swap. So this card is cute. Cute for bunnies. That's all we'll say. It's cute for bunnies. 1-0 Raisin. I really like this card. It's the other wind combo. During your turn, she gets 3k. On attack with her wind climax. If you have 2 more other characters, until the end of the opponent's turn, she gets the following 2 effects. When damage is cancelled by this card, choose an opponent's character and it gets -2k. And when this card is front attacked, return this card to hand. The reason I like this is because it can just randomly snipe things in the back. Oh, you cancelled, did you? Oh, your brainstormers 1-5? Okay, we'll just neg 2k and send it straight to waiting room. It's not a great play. Does it really push you? No. Is it funny? Yes. And that's what we're going for. We're going for funny. This isn't meant to be competitive, but 8 win decks don't tend to be the most competitive decks because of what they do. It's not really an advantage combo. This potentially is if they front it, it goes back to hand, and you could use a helmet to turn it into something else. But they could also then side it, so you don't get it back to hand. And then your opponent's still sitting there giving you a +1. It's catch 22. They're either gonna front it, give you the card back, or they're gonna side it, let you keep the card, and minus the soul. So it's again something fun to play with. It's probably gonna be like in the 8 win deck. Am I gonna build it? Yes. Am I looking forward to it? Yes. But moving on, we have the 1-0 Marissa. Pay 2, unplay. Search your deck for a climax with the same name as a climax in your waiting area from your deck, and then shuffle your deck. It grabs you what you need. Not very good in the choice deck because of how much stock you already need. If you have 2 stock floating, this card isn't necessarily a bad card, but you can just use the top 3 brainstorm. The Clock Yourself card, the Marissa drops 2 cards potentially to grab it. So there's not really much point in the 8 choice deck. But like say the Wind deck, that deck's not using a lot of stock. You could put it there. You could maybe use it in the Bar deck, but Bar's go to your hand all the time. There's other places for this card. The choice deck isn't it, so it would be like a tech of 1, if anything. Wanomoku, when your other character attacks, this card gets X. X equals the number of other characters you have times 500. And she has 2 modes of Encore, either Clock Encore or Discard Character Encore. I like both of these. This card isn't horrendous. Usually these profiles are 1-1. But yeah, she could potentially get 4K, swing at 8. Might be something you use with the Wind just to keep up bit of momentum being bigger. The card's not hideous. Again, cute for bunnies. 1-1 Okina. She is a 500 level assist. And when you play a door, yellow card, when you play the door climax, okay? If you do, and you don't have another copy of this card, choose one of your characters. This turn it gets an attack, reveal the top. If it's a character, send it to stock. You're gonna be sending it to stock because if this doesn't hit, I'll be really surprised. It's weird that it only works on door. But again, this is probably not a card you're going to be playing in the door deck. And when we get to red, you'll understand why. Card's fine, but it only works in one deck. If it worked in like if it could work in more generic decks and have a different type of stock gen, maybe on reverse, reveal top stock gen, I'd be okay with that. But they've limited this card, which is a shame. 2-0 Nitori. During your turn, if you have 2 or more other characters, she gets 2k. When she attacks, if you have a choice in the climax area and you have another character, reveal top. If it's a character, add it to hand. This card feels a lot less constrictive than the other card because the choice level 2, the choice level 1 and the level 0 can be supplemented with your level 2 game for this because you're aiming to play that card a lot until level 3. So I think this wouldn't be a 4 off, but you could certainly play it as a 2 off if you're playing a choice because it's almost like another combo. Like those good old combos where it's like on attack, reveal top. If it's a character, add. And she's a 2-0 with a soul icon, so she's not horrendous. She'll swing for 9k. That's fine. With if you're running choice, I don't see a reason why not to use it. It almost adds a second climax combo. Level 0 Wriggle. So cute. Pay 1, drop 1. Search your deck for a character. And she is a level 0 or lower stock bomb. It's a fine card for filter, for hard removal. So yeah, not much to really say about the card. 0-0 Seijan. Discard a character on play. If you have another character on play, choose 2 of your opponent's characters, stand and swap them. And she is a level 0 or lower reverser. A lot of bombs in the set from what I saw at initial releases. Again, it's fine. It's funny because you could grappling hook something from the back row, bring it up, and kill the brainstormer, for example. Grappling hook is a term that was used when Batman Ninja was around because it could pull cards from the back to the front, just in case anyone was wondering. Maybe attack, but nothing in this set really needs to reverse, so I don't see it being a massive card. And it doesn't hard removal, it just reverses. I'd rather use the drop search. 1-0 Raisin, moving on. When this card is placed on stage from hand, if you have 2 or more other characters, choose one of your opponent's characters and it gets continuous. This card cannot return to hand, move to another slot, or be sent to memory. So I cannot players. Sorry. But no, this card's fine for that. And when you play a wind This card gets 2/5 and the following effect. When this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, you choose one of your opponent's level 1 or higher characters. If you do, your opponent chooses a level X or lower character in their waiting room, swaps them, and this is so if they choose a level 3, they can choose a level 2 or lower, so it's -1 of that level. Uh, like the first effect, the second effect is only good in 8 wins. Cute for bunnies. That's what this set's gonna be called, Cute for bunnies. 1L Meister and Kyoko Kyoku. I'm so sorry. I'm sure the Toho diehard fans will educate me. This card can be played without meeting color requirement. During your turn, if you have 2 or more other characters, this card gets 2k, and if it's going against a level 2, this card gets 6k. Card's fine, anti-level 2. We see these printed all the time. Our level 2 is being used a lot. And depends on the deck. If you're using standby, most likely. I don't see a lot of level 2 still. It may be fine as a one-off, depending on how the meta evolves. 1/1 Kogasa? Kogasa. When you use this card's backup, if you have a character, you or your opponent mills 3, and it's a 2k backup. I love the umbrella. Don't like where that tongue is going though, but I like it. It's fine, helps keep things alive, but a lot of the times when defensively you sit weak, cards like this see less value. 2/1 Eren? We're gonna say that. If you have 4 or more other characters, this card gets -a level in hand. During your turn, for each other character, she gets 1k. When the wind is placed in your climax area, note this is the same wind climax as the level 3. If this card's in your front row and you have another character, choose 2 of your opponent's characters, stand and swap them, and then choose one of your opponent's characters until the end of turn against this card cannot move to another slot. Bit of board disruption. We like board disruption. It's so much to just get rid of pesky cards, if anything, or you want to bring something up to kill it. It's fine. If you're playing the level 3, you'll probably play 1 to 2 of this anyway, because you're already running the combo. And the idea of trying to get rid of things that they're trying to protect, things that they're trying to save for later, or to get over big bodies, this card's fine. It doesn't push you, essentially. She sits 7k defensively. So, and you know what I was saying about level 2s? Apparently I was telling you a little fib there. 2/1 event. If you have 1 or less characters, this card cannot be played from hand. This turn, all of players' characters gain the trait and choose 2 opponents' characters, return them to hand. I believe this was like a sword event in Adventure Time or something similar. Yeah, I like the idea of being able to bounce 2 of my opponent's characters. I think that's the big plus in this card. The other text doesn't matter. The big plus is bounce 2 of your opponent's characters for 2/1 for 1 cost. Yeah. If you want to use the bouncer, that's fine, but probably run this if you can afford to run events. And then here are the climaxes. The top one is the level 3 Marissa. Then you have the level 0 Marissa, the level 3, and then wind combo with the level 2, and then the level 1 rabbit. Yeah, I really like this color. I think it's quite fun. And I think there is a lot of more tech options in yellow because you've got the early player, you've got the rookie. So overall, yellow is solid. Has some fun meme decks, but I think there is a few memes you can build with the set. I look forward to building those a bit more than the meta. But that's it for yellow. Next up, as you can see by a sneak preview, is going to be green. Join me next time when we go through the green cards. And if you haven't already, and I don't say this, my Discord is in the in the description box below. Please feel free to come and say hello and come join in and have chats with us. And sometimes we just sit and chat in Discord and just do some practice games over the simulator or even webcam. So please feel free to drop on by. And if you haven't already, please subscribe I have some gameplay coming, I have some box openings coming, and I am so excited to show you guys more of this channel and what I'm planning. So until next time, guys, make sure to go get yourself a beverage, and remember, they cancel eventually. Bye.